And Fabrizio will go over them like one by one or afterwards in a quick Q&A session. Just keep your microphones muted and your cameras off, and we're all going to have a great time. So without further ado, I will hand it over. Fabrizio, you do have the mic.
Okay, thank you, Pascal. Okay, so let's get started and let's first introduce XMTP. So XMTP is a decentralized messaging protocol. It's built off-chain, but we use EVM addresses, Ethereum addresses as the identity. So you can think of XMTP basically as messaging for wallets, messaging between wallets. And because of that, you will see XMTP integrated, for example, in Coinbase wallet, as well as we have messaging apps that only serve the purpose of messaging, but you also get XMTP integrated into wallets, or you may get XMTP integrated into, for example, CRMs or people who want to send notifications and who want to reach new wallets. So I'm going to start sharing the screen. We can go through the docs. Can you see?
Yes, we got the screen. You're on the MessageKit installation page.
Okay. Okay, let's start by, again, going to the XMTP page. Can you see now? Yes.
Yes, okay.
Okay, so again, this is XMTP, the open protocol for Web3 messaging. You can see some of the partners that have integrated XMTP into their apps, for example, Coinbase Wallet or Converse. We're going to go for Converse now. So the parent company of XMTP is called Ephemera, and Ephemera now owns Converse, and Converse is an open source app. We are going to get deeper into that later. So if we go to the docs, we are going to see something similar. We're going to see a quick start that is similar to how to start a one-on-one conversation on top of the protocol, right? So you're going to, you will have some concepts, very basic concepts, like, for example, you need a wallet to send a message from. Once you have the wallet, you would create the XMTP client. With that wallet, you need one signature at least the first time. Once you have the signature, you will be able to create a new conversation. And once you have access to the conversation, you can load the messages and you can send, of course, new messages. And if you are on the other side of the conversation, you can create a stream and you can receive live any message that is sent to your wallet address. So that's the introduction to XMTP. As you see, it's very simple. It's about sending messages. Now, recently we launched group chats. So we have docs about how to build on top of groups. But today we are going to focus on how to build on top of the app layer. So what we want to see in Web3 is applications that are open to innovation, different to maybe WhatsApp, different to other apps from social media who are like closed systems. Converse or the apps of Web3 are meant to be open to developers, to have less restrictions. And particularly Converse, which is an app that is going to be released soon. Converse is currently in the App Store, but it's working only for one-on-ones, and soon is going to be released with group chats. So the idea is that you could create like a messaging economy on top of groups, a messaging economy on top of one-on-one messaging, and we are going to see how we can start creating these experiences on top of messaging, what is called mini apps. So if you're familiarized with the WordCast ecosystem, you will see that they're using frames today. Oh, I'm not logged. Okay. So you may heard about frames. So we are going to see a way to use frames and messaging and use bots. Now for that, let's go into MessageKit. Okay, so we have a very useful CLI. So if I go to terminal, we can go to installation. And this is basically going to create a runner that is going to be listening to messages sent to this wallet, the wallet of the bot, in this case, and it's going to be replying GM. So if we go to one of my folders, ban create MessageKit, and I'm going to create the group example. MessageKit is global. Okay, so I can now go into here. And you will see a bot, in this case, is populated with a lot of examples. So this will be a simple GM bot. As you can see, the code is super simple. You need to declare the private key of your wallet, and then the bot is going to be running on that private key. So after that, you will get the context of the message, and then you can reply. So I already have open MessageKit bot. So let's start using MessageKit bot. And in this case, I'm going to be using the app. This is a preview of commerce groups. And if we have a group here. On the right. So I can say hi. And this group has added as a user the bot on the left. So when I start this bot, I'm going to zoom in. As we see in the MessageKit example, this is a more populated bot, and this is making reference to the use cases. So we are going to go straight into group chats, and this bot has multiple commands and multiple use cases. So we can play around with agents, with GPT, we can play around with tipping, with betting, with games, with transactions, and admin commands, like for moderation. So let's see. If we go to, we can start very basic. Let's start logging the messages. So this bot, to start, the runner has created an XMTP address, and this is a be-free address. So be-free is associated with groups. This is going to become the default, and you can assign multiple wallets to a same identity. In this case, it's an inbox ID. So I'm using the private key of this wallet address. That wallet address is associated with this inbox ID, and also this installation ID is associated with this device specifically. And then the bot is listening to this device. So if we send a one-on-one, we can talk to this bot, copy paste the address, send a message. So if I say hi, the bot starts to log. Incoming B2. B2 because one-on-ones are B2, and I'm logging everything now for more details because I'm using message log true, which is specified also in installation. Yeah, message log is optional, but in this case, we are using the key and message log. And we also have some other variables. So let's see. We have an index command. In that index command, we create the runner, and we have some commands declared. So this example is full of commands. How to create a frame that generates a transaction, how to tip users, how to swap, betting. Everything is detailed in this command file, which is also everything is in this group, the main code, and everything we can find here. This is a snippet of the command, so we can find all the commands explained here. So let's go test some of these. I'm going to, let's start with GPT. So I want to say, no, this is, yeah, we are in 101. Let's start with GPT. Agent hi, and GPT answers, right? So this one gets a command, agent. This command is handled by this command handler, and is the index file, right? So if I have the OpenAI key, then I call text generation, which is something that is present in a helper function, basically uses OpenAI APIs. So I generate the response and I return the response. Pretty simple. And then maybe this text generation maybe returns a command. So maybe the agent can perform its own commands. So if we see what's possible, we want to use help. Help is going to show us all the commands from this bot. And you can see help has its own handler, the command help. And basically the handler goes through the command handlers and parses everything in a nice string. So we are going to see if we are in a group using the React Native app, we are now logging things in B3, right? So this one comes from XMTP React Native. I'm using the example app that is running groups right now. Converse is going to be released the first test flight soon, so it's not ready yet. So we're going to be using, for groups, we're going to be using this example app that you can run right now from the CLI. So now let's try a different type of command. What happens if I do, let me see, because groups are not ready yet, we can use fake users just to show how some things work. So add is a command, and we can add someone to the group. And this is the same group that is present in the Converse app. It's just that this Converse app still doesn't have all the features. So you can see I added Bob, and now I can remove Bob. Remove Bob. For example, I'm not an admin of this group, so the bot needs to be an admin, so I'm going to make it an admin. Okay, in this case, this was created by this other address, the super admin, and it's not me, so I cannot promote this as an admin. So we're going to use a new group. Let's see if this one works. Let's start from scratch. Okay, let's get back here. So another thing that we can do is to run the apps, for example. What about here? Okay, now it seems that it was freezed. Okay, let's get back to the group. So now, okay, cool. Now we can make it an admin, and now this as an admin can add users, and we can remove users. Yeah, something. Okay, with the app. Okay, let's see what else. If we run GPT here, it's going to work. We can also say game, for example, agent, let's play a game. Okay, let's check out the questions. So Converse app is available right now in the App Store for one-on-one conversations. So it's working right now in the App Store. It's not with groups yet. That's going to be released soon. So in Converse, I'm not able to use Converse, the one in the App Store, because of the test flight, but it will be very similar. The bot, yeah, you can assign a ENS domain to the bot. So for example, in this case, there is a bot that is called Poset bot. So as you can see, the wallet resolves ENS addresses, Coinbase domains, and this bot was going to, what it does is to return you, okay, I want faucets in Sepolia. This is for a testnet. So I want to receive faucets in testnet Sepolia. And because this is a burner, it's not giving me the faucets, but you can test it yourself with a wallet with activity, and it's going to work. So yeah, you can use domains instead of nicknames for, and also Converse has resolved its own domains once you sign up. So in my case, it's Fabry. So you can chat with me, and that's my domain. And this couldn't be a bot because you cannot export the private key. So only ENS domains or on-chain domains. Yes, you can create a group and add multiple users to it. In this case, from here, when you are using the example app, you can put group on, and you can add the bot. And in this case, let's also add me. Be sure there are no spaces, and you can start the conversation. So as you can see, I created a group here. I'm receiving the notifications, and I'm also receiving the new group here. And this is going to work in the one-on-one. You don't need to worry about groups if you make it work in a one-on-one, we can understand that it's groups. So you can start playing around with frames. You can trigger game slot. For example, this is another. Yeah, so to play around with groups, let's go again to MessageKit. Now let's see what about groups. So groups, you need to join Converse beta. You will find more information about Converse. And for more details, you can see the XMTP groups documentation. And what you're going to find in the groups documentation is how to use the SDK from XMTP to build groups, that be an inbox or a CLI, anything that you want, which is basically, this one is using the React Native SDK, and you will find all the documentation here. And we have a Node SDK, which is called the MLS client. If you go to, yeah, this will be the best place. If you go to the JavaScript SDK, you're going to find that we have MLS client. MLS client is built for groups. And we have a quick start that I'm going to share now, which is called XMTP. This one. You can check this one out. This one is using Node, and it's also very simple. We can actually take a look. Already have it. So it's an index file, and what it does is to create the wallet, create the client, the same thing that we saw in the quick start, stream the conversation, create a new group, and this is the main. So we can just, yeah, you're going to see that this quick start creates the wallet, gets you the inbox ID, the wallet, loads the conversation associated with this wallet, in this case, none, and then starts to listening for messages. So in theory, if I go to the simulator, and let's say we create a new conversation, this is, this may not work. Yeah, because it's not a group. Awesome, guys. Yeah, that was an introduction to MessageKit and groups from XMTP. Let me know if you have any other questions. Let me change my light. Yeah, I saw that, but actually, oh yeah, it was fully visible because the other ones were shortened, but yeah. Yeah, so as far as inspiration, so in examples of MessageKit, you have, faucet bot, how to deliver faucets through a bot, the general store, which is like an e-commerce app. Daily Wordle sends you a frame every day. to play Wordle, an invite bot that handles invitation to events. So this is some inspiration. These are not like super cool ideas, but it's what we have so far. So yeah, you can think about interesting use cases like, playing games, betting with friends, investing, maybe some degen stuff, maybe things about AI, how to make an AI agent do something through a bot, through GPT. Definitely a lot of room there to explore. Yeah, I would say AI definitely top of mind. Like even any of these use cases, like for example, games or betting, they are not complete experiences. They are just starting points. So, loyalty, moderation, split payments, those are also ideas that could be think through in full, like end to end, something cool. So some inspiration there. Yeah, and then play around with commands. Commands are cool. I think you can declare them. You will get the variables of the command in when you receive a command. You will get the parameters, and those parameters are extracted automatically depending on how do you declare the command. So this is cool. Let me know. Yeah. Okay, guys, I'll be in Discord. Let me know if something pops up. I try to help.
That is awesome. Thank you very much for this workshop. Great talk, great tooling, great technology. And as you mentioned, if you have any questions to the team, to XMTP, to any other sponsor, to ETH Global, just feel free to reach out to everyone in Discord. We will be there pretty much all the time. Yeah, with that being said, have a great day and thank you for your time.
Bye-bye.